All right, so I had one of our subs over here in the channel hit the comment section and say, hey, man, it'd be nice if you did more relationship stuff, right? You know what I mean? He said it'd be cool to hear about it from an older individual's perspective. And I'll be honest with you, man. You know, I'm here to please. I'll be honest. And I like doing this type of shit. I do. It's enjoyable to me standing here and breaking things like this down. And today I'm going to bring you a video about consensual non-monogamy. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. They're like, oh man, people say it's one big orgy. Well, the reality is it's them putting females in charge of relationships. And it's dudes simping out. And you're going to see how broken of a man it takes to get this. But the reality is that anybody can be put into this position. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't strong-willed enough. And we're going to go through this video and we're going to show you what the situation is and how awful it is and why you shouldn't be a fucking simp. You know what I mean? Legit. And if y'all don't know what a simp is, by the end of this video, you will. So let's get into this.
The idea of a consensual, non-monogamous relationship is traditionally a taboo topic. It certainly is with Gail. Yeah. Now a new CBSN Originals documentary is exploring exactly what that looks like. Consensual non-monogamy is considered any relationship arrangement in which the partners openly agree to have more than one sexual or romantic relationship. Research shows 1 in 5 single adults have tried consensual non-monogamy at some point. Brooklyn couple Alex and Bridget are in an open marriage. They live together, but both date other people. Alex discusses.
Okay, so let's get this straight, right? Let's get this straight. 1 in 5 individuals has tried this. Let me tell you like this, all right? 1 in 5 individuals didn't try this. All right. The reality is that about 3/4 of the individuals who are in that 1 in 5 range didn't know they were in a consensual non-monogamous relationship. All right. You don't stand here and be with a broad who's fucking somebody else. Okay. Legit. And if you really want to avoid this point on some real shit, number one is, I know, like, everybody stands here and thinks that you should date a female. Like, you'll hear a lot of dumb motherfuckers tell you should date a female who got her shit together, who has a job, who has her own stuff. No, you don't want her to have any of this, all right? You do not want a female who has the ability to tell you she can fuck off whenever she wants to, all right? You don't want that. Believe me. Okay, because that gives her leverage over you. And you'll end up like this simping ass motherfucker right here. Which you're about to hear some of the saddest shit ever stated in the history of stating things is going to come out of his fucking mouth.
What it is like when his wife has a date planned at home with someone else. He calls it getting sexiled.
Sexiling is when you look at the calendar, like, oh, tomorrow so-and-so is coming over and Bridget is hosting. That means that I need to find something to do. I'll either work late or go see a movie or hang out with a friend or go to the bar.
We've been together.
Okay, look here. I don't give a fuck how good the pussy is. I don't care how good she is at sucking a cock. I don't give a fuck how much you like a bitch. All right? If a female ever mentions some shit along this fucking lines, you run. You run like the fucking wind, son, because she's already doing it and she's just looking for your permission to do so. All right. Number one. Number two, what he said here was, he said, oh, I look at the calendar. Oh, apparently it's her night or somebody's visiting and she's hosting. And I need to find something to do. This nigga got to leave his own crib. He got to leave his own fucking house. Did you hear what I just said? My man got to leave his own house so she can get piped down by another dude, home. In his bed, on his couch, he paid for. Yo, this is the next step, home. This is the next step. I'm telling you, feminism got no breaks. I was in an argument last night. I said it's been 5 years since gay marriage. Look where we are. You know what happened? They gave me gay marriage, got in the door. Them niggas just motherfucking like blew the shit off the hinges, and now everybody's coming in. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I ain't got nothing against homosexuals and gay men. Y'all ain't got real mad at me on some shit. You can get mad all you want to, nigga. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can be like, well, they should have the right to do whatever. I'm with your ideology in a perfect world, but the reality is the moment you do that, everybody else goes, well, what about us? All right, and now we got this bullshit right here. You know what I'm saying? We got this all in love ass dude standing here all simped the fuck out, fucked up in the game. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear how fucking terrible it really is here in a minute. All right, let's keep going.
Together for 8 years now, and at least the way I feel is there's so much unspoken like certainty between us. And this, I give credit to Alex.
Unspoken certainty. In other words, my man got a good job and I know the bills are going to get paid and I ain't got to worry about him going nowhere. Real shit. That's what she just said. Like, look at him. Yo, 50 years ago, this would have been that dude. Real shit. This would have been that dude. And I mean, he would have been the nigga that all the broads wanted. And I mean, look at him now, just getting walked on. Like, this is... Yo, it's so sad. And this is in Brooklyn. Look how big this fucking crib is. Open floor plan on. Now look how big this crib in Brooklyn, dude. And I mean, nice as fuck. So you know he's bringing home some guap. Real shit, dude. This is what, this is what happens. You let females make decisions, dude. Real shit.
This is one of the most loyal people I've ever met. Like, more than I could ever even hope to be. Alex is so loyal. Like, if we do skip a date night.
Well, of course he's more loyal than you. Have you ever heard somebody say, like, a woman's word is her bond? No, and you never will hear some shit like that. You know what? Because woman's word is worth nothing. It's garbage. It's useless. It's a fugazi. Throw that shit in the trash. Like, yo, of course he's more loyal than you. Like, yo, it's so fucking awful. Bruh. Like, bruh. Dude. And he knows, too. That's the bitches. He knows. Legit, he knows how sad this is.
Or if he sees somebody like 3 nights a week and we haven't had dinner together yet. Like, I know this sounds maybe crazy to some people, but it really doesn't bother me. Because I just know at the end of the day that Alex...
that she's going to get rotted down by some other dude. That's what she knows. She knows for sure she's going to get piped down by somebody else. Like, for sure. She absolutely knows. She's like, I'm not really concerned about it because you know why? End of the week, I'm going to get my back blown out by somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't be a simp, dude. Real shit, don't be a simp.
This isn't going anywhere.
I have not told my mom, I haven't told my stepfather, and I haven't told my stepmother. So, really...
Because you know what would have happened. You know exactly what would have happened if you stood here and motherfucking told these motherfuckers that shit. You know what I'm saying? They would have disowned the shit out of you. They'd have looked at you like, bruh, what are you doing, man? You're fucking embarrassing. Yo, my kid ever comes to me with some shit like this. Real talk. Real talk. Yo, I'm taking my name from him. I'm like, you're going to have to choose a different name, dude. Real talk. You ain't representing me no more. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Fuck around. Like, nah, it's not happening. You know, fucking bullshit.
Really, all my friends know, non-family members know. But in terms of family, I'm still taking my time on that. Before this airs, I'm going to tell them all.
You know you wrong, home. That's why you ain't told them. You know you're wrong. All your little soy-filled friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can accept them knowing some shit. You know what I mean? Because, like, they're worried about smelling their own farts. They ain't concerned about you as a dude. They ain't worried about how you doing as a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Yo, it's so fucking awful. Yo, this is the worst shit ever. Ever. Like, how could you do this to yourself, dude? Real shit. You know you're fucking embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself on national fucking TV. Letting everybody know your wife is open for business. It's fucking sad, dude. That's your property, dude. That is your fucking property, son. You know what I mean? Real shit. And you just letting whoever ride around in your property.
I guess that I just want them to know that I love them all very much.
Yeah, Yo, you know you wrong. You know what you doing is wrong right now. Real shit. And they gonna try and sell this shit to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, as like, you know, you getting pussy too. Oh man, you can get pussy while you married. Like, believe me, dude, this is not a trade-off you want to make. You know what I'm saying? This is a deal with the devil, dude. Real shit. You know what I mean? I done traded my bitch one time for 4 other bitches. I felt like shit the next day. You know what I mean? I felt like shit in the ride home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, yo, you can't, yo, this is going to be the mother of your kid. This is your wife, dude. And she over here taking loads in the face from another dude. Like, yo, it's fucking disgusting.
And it's just very, it's scary for me to tell them how I really am. Because the last thing I want is for them to reject me.
And I don't want to tell them I'm a simp. I don't want them to know that I'm a simp. Oh, look, they raised a simp. Yeah, but that's what happens, dude. Real shit. That's what happens. Yo, don't feed your kids soy. You know what I'm saying? Stop feeding your kids chicken nuggets and chicken breast, because this is what's going to end up happening to them. Teach them to have respect for their shit. This is why the fuck I preach religion and shit. Real shit. You got to have something. You know what I mean? Anything. Like, got to be something. Pick something. You know what I mean? To ground you to reality. Ground you to your heritage. Something to make you respect yourself. You know what I mean? Because you have no self-respect if this is what you're doing right now.
I think they probably know now. Adam Yamaguchi is the executive producer of CBSN Originals and joins us to discuss the new documentary. Adam, good morning.
No, you guys are just bursting with
questions. I know. For Adam, I couldn't even say good morning, but I go, Adam, you have to explain this to me because I don't understand and I don't like it.
Adam, what are some of the biggest misconceptions?
You don't like it. Yeah, you don't say. You don't say. Well, you raise this generation of fucking worthless pieces of shit. Thank you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Your feminist garbage has got us here. This is what this is. This is a female-led fucking relationship. This is female empowerment at its finest.
Yes.
Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that people assume that this is just about one big orgy. And the reality is that
No, that's not a misconception that most of us have. Any of us who have ever talked to any of these individuals, like, yo, we know that's not the situation. Like, yo, anybody who's ever met any of these fucking people, not the situation at all. You know what I mean? No one thinks that this is one big orgy. Like, yo, we all know that this is some dude whose wife gets piped down by other cats because, yo, he loves it too much. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you're a simp.
people that we talk to say, look, this is far more than just about sex or just about casual sex. These are people who are actually committed. They've agreed that they will have multiple partners. And in some cases, in this doc, we met a quad. That's 4 people, 2 couples that are raising a set of children together.
Did you hear that? Anyone else hear that right there? You know what I'm saying? Anyone else hear that right there? There you go. You know what I'm saying? Quads. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Fucking quads. 4 people raising some kids together. 4 people sleeping in the same bed at night. Yo, I can barely sleep in a bed by myself, let alone with 4 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 other individuals. Yo, come on, you ever slept in bed with a female home? Like she all laying up on you and shit. You need to be cooking, you need to roll over. Motherfucker be stealing blankets. You know what I mean? Yo, you over here like Kurt, bro. Like, yo, you taking too much blanket, nigga. Like, yo, come on, home. Like, yo, what are y'all doing, for fuck's sake?
You know, having a relationship is about depending on that person for things that you need. So I think of Alex there who's sexiled on certain nights. Well, what if that's the night that he really needs to have a conversation with his significant other about what's going on in his life? And they just give that up, I guess.
Right. I think they would also.
Well, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because let's be honest here. If your wife is getting rotted down by somebody else, I feel as though the majority of the problems inside of your life, yeah, they're probably caused by the individual getting rotted down by somebody else. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the core problem in your life. And that's not the individual you need to be speaking up to about that. You know what I mean? Because like they're going to tell you that what they're doing is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like it's positive for you.
Also tell you that, well, that's partially why I have somebody else to go to. He has a girlfriend. She has a boyfriend. So if he is sexiled, well, he now has somebody.
You know, this is the thing. I think whatever can.
Yo, he has somebody he can go to. Are you sure about that? You know what I mean? Are you sure about that? Because let's be real here. If he's on that level with a different female, you know what I'm saying, where like he needs to have a conversation with somebody, he can go to her. I feel as though like there's no reason to have a wife at that point. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like, you know, if you want to talk to somebody about what's going on at work or some shit, you know, when you get home from work and you want to deal with a broad, you know what I'm saying? You with a wife, and I was married twice, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? You know, if you're dealing with some shit at work, you know, most of the time, me personally, I went to my homies, you know, like that's kind of how that worked, because like my wife was, what the fuck, I don't need to be telling her about the bullshit I'm going through. The last thing you want to do is worry your motherfucking female, you know what I mean? Especially when she's raising the kids. You want to portray strength at all times in that department in a regular relationship. But when it comes down to like fucking, you want to stand here and you're having a conversation with your female about some shit. If you have a female who like you need to like have like a conversation, you just need to like vent, whatever it is, you know, you're looking for a home cooked meal, you want to land someplace, you know, warm piece of sidewalk. If you have a female outside of your marriage that's doing that for you, at that point, that's the level of where like, yo, that relationship's no longer gonna work anymore, because honestly, like that broad who's over here getting rotted down by somebody else, and if this other bitch that you banging, like she loyal to you, yeah, I'm saying, you know, if you're driving a Suzuki with a fucking knock in the motor, why are you gonna stand there? You know what I mean? And like all of a sudden, like you fucking fall into having, you know, a goddamn Honda Accord, you know, that works properly, bro. You're gonna keep that Honda. It is what it is. Like fuck that Suzuki. Sell that shit the fuck off. You know, and real shit, like, yo, I can't wait until, like, you get the first divorces from some of these quads. Like, one of these bitch leaves, and they end up taking everybody and taking the two dudes in the relationship both for alimony. You got two niggas on the hook. Yo, wait, that's coming. That's coming real fucking soon. Watch.
Consenting adults want to do should be between consenting adults. I get that. But I think about the family structure, and I think about
You know, there's people on CBS who care about family structure. Yeah, that's cute.
the children, and I just think those things should matter. So how do they navigate that?
Yeah,
what message does this send to your children?
Sure. I mean, it's a tricky thing that that many of these couples and quads and triads grapple with. In fact, the quad that's raising the children together acknowledge that this is strange.
Yes.
This is very strange to tell their kids that they are involved in a quad. Yeah. The way they sort of look at it is, well, now you have 4 parental figures who can be instrumental in shaping you and molding you into adulthood.
All right, that's looking at the pot.
Well, let me be real. You know what I'm saying? I've had like those kind of situations, not like we're all fucking, but on a level where like, you know, you have two couples who live together, you know what I mean? Like it gets to be like an aunt and uncle type of situation. It becomes a family deal. And it actually works out pretty well. You know what I mean? That shit kind of does. But if you're all fucking and you're in a real relationship, like you're trying to pretend like this is like regular, you know what I mean? Like in the hood, like that's a normal thing where like, you know, your aunts and uncles live with you or whatever. And like, you know, fucking like you have your moms and dad's friends or whatever, fucking they all live together. That's a normal thing. And like, that's fine. And people will be able to, everybody gets a discipline of kids, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case might be. And like all this shit works out, and you know, hammer out fucking bullshit as you go. Cause you know, like you wouldn't let nobody in your house you ain't comfortable with. So, I mean, but like, yo, imagine having kids and your wife's getting rotted down on a regular basis and you got to leave while the kid's upstairs in bed. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's, again, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how do you avoid this? Number one, get you a bitch that ain't got nothing going on in her life. Number two, make sure that she understands, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that type of shit ain't going on. Number three, Pnoid radiator, 2020, chain a bitch to a radiator. Number four, you know what I'm saying? Keep your bitch away from fucking diabolical bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and keep her away from other dudes and off social media. Like, make sure, like, if you ever decide that you're going to date and be with a bitch, like, she ain't on social media. Like, real shit. Like, tell her that's what the situation is. Like, yo, we ain't doing this bullshit. Like, real talk. Because, like, when it really comes down to it, that shit is fucking toxic. You know, and it's literally causing the divorce of many, many people. Because, like, we're not made to be able to have that many options available to us. And dudes is thirsty. Like, we don't respect each other as men enough to, like, not do dumb shit and try and take each other's bitches. It gets back to them core principles, you know what I mean? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, home. Like, it is what it is. And we need to get back to that fucking point. But, you know, I mean, this is coming from a dude who piped down to many of his homies' wives, you know, so, like, take it with a grain of salt if you want to. It might be hypocritical, but I understand what it's supposed to be. I'm just playing by the rules that was shown, you know what I mean? Like, the rules have become so fucking blurry and retarded as of recent that, like, you know, it's just, like, even, like, the past, like, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit's just become so fucking dumb. Like, it's at that point where it's like, fuck it, no one's being responsible. You know what I mean? Like, fuck being responsible. No one's being responsible. Keeping honor and loyalty and respect isn't fucking helping you in your life. Like, so all you can do is protect yourself. You know, follow those rules. It's best you can do at the moment. You know what I mean? But this is Tom Pease of Pnoid News. Another situation. Holla at your boy. Drop us up. Peace.